Welcome to my YouTube channel Karma Betrayal Stories. Please like, share, subscribe for real emotional stories. We uploaded latest new revenge karma betrayal stories for our viewers. Please press bell icon for latest updates. Join the journey where karma meets betrayal.
My own father stood on stage in front of more than 200 employees and business partners. He smiled, raised his glass, and said the words that changed everything. My son does absolutely nothing. He has never earned a single dollar. The room exploded with laughter. Nobody knew one secret. The company everyone was celebrating did not legally belong to him anymore. It belonged to me. By sunrise, every employee received an email that made my father drop his phone and run to the office. He thought he had embarrassed me. Instead, he had just destroyed everything he spent 30 years building. Stay until the end because what happened in the boardroom changed our family forever. My name is Ethan. I was 29 years old, and according to my father Richard, I was the biggest disappointment in the family. At least that was the story he loved telling everyone. Growing up, nothing I did was ever enough. Straight as were expected, winning competitions was normal. Working late beside him in the office was simply my duty. When I earned my software engineering degree, he called it useless because real business happened in offices, not behind computer screens. So I quietly built software instead. While helping my father modernize his struggling logistics company, I created inventory systems, customer tracking tools, and automated accounting programs. He introduced every improvement as his own brilliant idea. I never argued. The company grew. Revenue doubled. Costs dropped dramatically. Employees praised my father as a genius businessman. Nobody knew who actually built the systems. Every time I suggested becoming an official executive, my father laughed. You have no leadership experience. You should be grateful I let you help. I stayed silent because I had a bigger plan. Unknown to everyone, 5 years earlier my grandfather had secretly transferred majority ownership into a family trust. He believed my father was becoming arrogant. The trust documents clearly stated that after my 28th birthday, I would become the controlling beneficiary. I never rushed to claim it. I wanted my father to respect me because I earned it. Instead, he chose humiliation. His company anniversary banquet became the final straw. More than 200 guests filled the luxury ballroom. Business partners, suppliers, local politicians, employees, friends. My father loved attention. During his speech, he thanked every department. Then he looked directly at me. Some people are born to build companies. Others just enjoy living off successful parents. Everyone laughed. He pointed toward me again. This is my son. He does nothing all day. Even my relatives laughed. My mother stared at the table. I simply smiled, for the first time in years, because I knew something he did not. That same night I drove home. I opened the trust documents, called my attorney, scheduled an emergency meeting. By 8 the next morning, every legal requirement had been completed. Ownership records were updated. Board authority changed. Bank authorization transferred. My father was no longer the controlling owner. He arrived at headquarters expecting another normal day. Instead, his access card failed. Security politely asked him to wait in the lobby. His face turned bright red. Minutes later, he called me screaming, "Fix this immediately." I calmly answered, "I thought I did nothing." Silence. Then more shouting. He threatened lawsuits, police, family meetings, everything. I simply invited him to the boardroom at noon. When he entered, every director was already seated. Our attorney handed him the trust documents. My grandfather had predicted this exact situation years earlier. He had watched my father become increasingly cruel to employees and family. He wanted someone who valued people more than pride. That person was me. My father refused to believe it. He demanded votes. There were none. He demanded ownership papers. They were already signed. He demanded loyalty. Nobody moved. Many employees quietly admitted they had stayed only because I treated them with respect behind the scenes. For years I had solved problems without seeking recognition. Now everyone finally knew. My father stood alone. I could have fired him immediately. Instead I offered him a consulting role. Respectful salary, flexible hours, no public embarrassment. Only one condition. He would apologize to every employee for creating a toxic workplace. He refused. He stormed out. Over the next several weeks customers expected disaster. Instead service improved. Employees smiled more. Departments finally worked together. Profits increased again. Several former workers even returned to the company. 3 months later my father asked to meet. He looked older than I remembered. He quietly admitted that he had confused fear with respect. He believed criticism created stronger people because that was how he had been raised. But all it created was distance. For the first time in my life, he apologized. Not because he lost the company, because he finally understood what he had lost long before that. His son, I accepted the apology. Forgiveness does not erase the past, but it allows the future to begin. Today the company is stronger than ever. My father occasionally visits as an advisor. Employees respect him because he changed, not because he demanded it. And every anniversary dinner ends the same way. Nobody stands above anyone else. Everyone who helped build the company receives credit, because success belongs to the people who earn it, not the loudest voice in the room. Real power is never proven by humiliating someone in public. It is proven by how you treat people when nobody is watching. Respect can never be demanded. It must be earned every single day. The father lost a company because he first lost his character. The son won because he chose patience over revenge and leadership over pride. If this story made you think, share it with someone who believes respect matters more than titles.